Don't watch this bullshit. Don't watch that time traveling turtle. It's fucking bullshit. But anyway, what's happening, everybody? Welcome back to Anime Casuals. I am Lucky, and man, I really didn't want to make this video. I have been. Let me take off my glasses real quick. That's how severe this is. I have been giving Boruto so many chances. Do you want to know why? Because I love Naruto. Who doesn't love Naruto? Okay, there's a couple people that don't like Naruto. But there is so much love for Naruto in this heart of mine. In this shallow heart of mine. Remember, I watch things like Redo of Healer and all this stuff, so for me to really stay with Naruto is an accomplishment in and of itself. Naruto was such a special thing in my life because it was one of the first things that ever showed what a panic attack looked like, at least in anime form for me. I know there are other anime that have tackled this, but you know, it was a very special anime. It really taught you a lot of moral lessons, like sticking up for your friends even through adversity. It taught you to believe in yourself. Believe it! You know, there was so much to this anime, and, you know, when it ended in 2016, I was totally fine with it ending there. You know, then there was Naruto the last movie. That's cool. Then there was Boruto the movie, and I was kind of like, you know, it seems okay. Seems okay. Okay, you know, I'll give it that. It seems like it's got some potential, but I felt like they were milking it a little bit. I felt like they could have easily ended it there. Naruto's the, you know, number one guy, number one ninja. No more Otsutsuki, or however you say their names. No more of that. You know, we're done. Kaguya is dead, all that kind of stuff. But they decided to go along with it. They decided to introduce Boruto. And, you know, I never really got, you know, if anything, I liked all of the other kids. I liked Shikadai. I liked, Chocho is kind of weird. Inojin, I thought he was really cool with his drawings and all that stuff. Even Sarada, you know, having Sakura's strength with Sasuke's Sharingan, so incredible. And then seeing all of the adults grow up. And in Boruto, they ended up going way off the manga for a long time. I think there's like over 100 something episodes. Like, actually, I think it's closer to 200 at this point. And they finally started getting back into the manga. It seemed like after like episode 70 or so, maybe even 67 or something like that, because I know the awesome fight scene happens in like 65 or 66 where they're fighting Momoshiki. But, you know, even then, it just goes off script. And even then, I stuck with it. You guys. I didn't continuously watch it. You know, that would... What do you think, I'm crazy? But, you know, I stuck with it. You know, I read the manga. I just kept going. You know, I was like, you know what, Boruto will catch up eventually, and I'll keep reading the manga. I'll be caught up so that when Boruto does get into when the Boruto anime gets into it, you know, we got this. We got it. We'll be there. So, I'm reading the manga. The manga is pretty good. I mean, for the most part, you know, there are some objections I have. I feel like they really watered down Naruto and Sasuke. I feel like why would you water them down so much? Why don't you give Boruto a task that isn't otherworldly? Like, why do you have to give him this otherworldly task, all this other stuff? But anyway, I'll get into that a little bit later. You know, I stuck with the anime all the way up to the time traveling turtle. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, good. I'm not going to explain it because it's fucking shit. But anyway, the time traveling turtle, all that kind of stuff. You know, the only good thing about that was that we got to see some characters that, you know, it was kind of like their excuse to get some of these characters back and to introduce a new generation of people to these characters. But guess what? Netflix has Naruto on it. Go watch it there. Don't watch this bullshit. Don't watch that time traveling turtle. It's fucking bullshit. But anyway, so I am making this video today. I really didn't want to make it. I never thought I would have to make it. But I was reading the most recent Boruto chapter 55, and, you know, I was like, oh man, this is great. You know, I'm looking at it on my phone right now. I'm like, okay, looks okay. But you remember that thing I said about them watering down Sasuke and Naruto? Well, guess what they did in this chapter? They ended up making it even worse, guys. If you can even believe that. I mean, granted, Naruto and Sasuke are pretty strong, but, you know, for some reason, especially in this universe, like, even the Jonin suck. Like, Konohamaru could have been something really great. They could have done something really awesome with him, but in order to build up these little runts, you know, freaking Boruto and all of them, they shit all over them. They shit all over all of the Jonin, all of the Chunin. Like, nobody gives a shit about Mirai. Nobody, even though she had such a great backstory being Asuma and Kurenai's kid, they almost made me feel like I didn't give a shit about her because of that whole little filler arc with her and Kakashi and Guy. I was like, okay, cool, well, she fought not Hidan. I don't know what's going on here. But this is the main problem with Boruto, is it's bringing down all the characters that I love to give me a character that I don't give a shit about. That's the problem with it. They're not giving equal treatment to everybody. They're just trying to say, like, it's like the retconning things. It's like, hey, you know, Kishimoto made Naruto and Sasuke way too strong. Now they're the strongest, and I need to make a story. So why don't I just water them down a little bit? Yeah, they're doing family things. That's why they're not as strong anymore. It's like, come on, dude. Like, come on. And you're gonna introduce more Otsutsuki. You're gonna bring in more fucking aliens. Like, Kaguya was enough. Kaguya was a huge threat, and you know, take notes. A lot of people didn't like Kaguya. In my personal opinion, I thought she was okay. I didn't really mind her being there or anything like that. But I felt like she was just kind of like a build-up to getting to where Naruto and Sasuke finally fight, right? Because she was kind of like a red herring. It was like, oh yeah, we have this big fight, and then Naruto and Sasuke will be friends. And then Sasuke's like, nah, bro. Nah. Now that I got this Rinnegan, nah. It almost brought me to tears when I read this manga chapter. Because, so, if you haven't read it, I'll show some clips on here, but if you haven't read it, basically what's been happening is they've been fighting Jigen, and Naruto ends up achieving this new form. I don't know what the name of it is, but I'll put a little subtitle underneath of what it was. And basically Kurama's just like, hey, you know, this is going to dissolve life force out of us. So basically we're shaving off moments of our life to take away moments of his life. And for people that aren't aware of the story, basically Jigen only has like a little bit of time before he can possess this guy named Kawaki, who is supposed to be his vessel. Jigen is another, technically it's not him, it's another Otsutsuki, which I'll put his name down here, but basically somebody who possessed Jigen is trying to possess Kawaki. And because they made the Otsutsuki such a weird race, like they're just stupid. I don't get them. Like, I really don't get them. I feel like they were trying to go with some Dragon Ball Z stuff. And guess what? Dragon Ball Z stuff works for Dragon Ball Z stuff because guess what? They've had aliens since the fucking beginning. Naruto was supposed to be about ninja. They were supposed to be about ninja. You still remember, like, the most powerful jutsu that Naruto could do was, first off, I mean, huge shadow clones, but, you know, the harem jutsu or the reverse harem jutsu, you know, all this kind of stuff. And then all of a sudden they want to introduce aliens. They have the gall to introduce fucking aliens. And sure, Kaguya, she's an alien, but that's literally from Japanese folklore. That's kind of like introducing Zeus into something. Like, yeah, that's a well-known thing. None of these other fuckers are in any Japanese folklore, so fuck them. Get them out of there. It's stupid. You know, I got a little sidetracked there. Whew, sorry, my anger is boiling right now. But what I also wanted to say was, so, you know, they're fighting this Jigen guy, this, you know, whoever's got his, whatever Otsugi has his body. And also, you know, it was revealed in the past that Boruto is, ever since he beat Momoshiki, he has gained this karma, which we know is like the sign that somebody's going to be the vessel for an Otsugi member. And, you know, he's got this karma, and he's been possessed by Momoshiki before. You know, Naruto and them all beat this Jigen guy, you know, through force of will, and, you know, everybody kind of comes together for it, and, you know, the plan works for the most part, and then Naruto collapses, and everybody's like, oh shit, is he dead? I mean, well, I mean, I would have been done at that point, at that point anyway, but, you know, I kept with it. Freaking Boruto comes in, stabs Sasuke's Rinnegan out. I want to re-emphasize what I just said. Boruto comes in and stabs Sasuke's Rinnegan out. Just stabs it, right? The thing that makes him who he is. The thing that makes him otherworldly for the most part. Just stabs it out, right? So I'm just like, oh shit, dude, that sucks. I mean, at least he's still got like a Sharingan and all that stuff. But I mean, that's the end of his really cool abilities, you know? And I'm like, oh shit, dude. Now all we got is Naruto. You know what they said? Fuck you. That's what they said. They said, nope, you don't have that. You don't have Sasuke, and you don't have Naruto. Because guess what they fucking did? Kurama, I guess, ended up just lying to Naruto and just saying that, you know, or misled is what the comic said. He basically misled him and said, hey, I never said anything about you dying. And then Kurama just dies. He just leaves. And I'm like, what is going on here? So we have Sasuke without his Rinnegan. We have Naruto without Kurama. Which, you know, people out there would be like, whoa, what about Sage Mode? He beat Pain with that. I mean, Pain's not around for a reason. Because Naruto fucking beat him. And Pain's almost irrelevant at this point in terms of power level. Even fucking Madara is way stronger than Pain. And yet, he's insignificant right now. Hashirama is way stronger than Madara and Pain. And yet, he's insignificant. He didn't stand a chance against, you know, Jubito. So, what's even going on, man? It's just ridiculous. So, Sage Mode isn't going to do shit anymore. It was all because he had 6-path Sage Mode. That's the difference between Sage Mode and 6-path Sage Mode, is that Kurama is giving him all this chakra and stuff. Now, I'm not going to say that he can't just... I mean, first off, he can definitely beat all the Jonin. These Jonin fucking suck. Konohamaru and his squad. I mean, I think the only one I kind of like is Hanabi, but that's because she's Hinata's sister. But, Boruto, what have you done? You know, it's funny. I feel like I'm complaining about this the same way I've heard a lot of people complain about The Last of Us 2. And I don't want to get too into that before we get into like a shitstorm, but you know, it's basically because that ended up just shitting on characters that they loved and then just bringing up characters that nobody gave a shit about.
What? Are you out of your mind?
You know, if you want us to give a shit about those characters, why don't you just make another anime? Why don't you just not make Boruto and just use all of his traits into another anime? Like, why do you have to ride the coattails of Naruto, man? That's why I'm just saying, like, I'm done. I'm done with Boruto. I'm done with the manga. I'm done with the... Well, I guess I'm not done with the anime or the manga because I have to put clips in here. But after this video, guys, I'm done. After Naruto the last movie, I just say Hinata and Naruto got together. Hinata had problems having babies, so they were just like, hey, we'll just not have babies. Whatever. Because fuck Boruto. Okay, you know what? They only have Himawari. She is adorable. That one kid's good enough. And there's no more aliens. Oh, guys, oh, man. I don't know what happened. I don't know why I thought... I had so much faith. I kept seeing people post up things, and it was like, you know, I'm done with Boruto. I'm done with Boruto. I was like, guys, we need to give it a little bit more of a chance. I've given it 55 fucking chapters, over 100 episodes of the anime, and what did it do? It took two fucking beloved characters and shit on them. Just took a huge shit. They just ate beans and all this fucking nasty shit and just shit all over the characters that I love. And, ugh. You know, it was bad enough when Naruto shit on Rock Lee. He was my favorite character for some time, and then they just shit on him, and they were like, we don't need him anymore. But doing this to two of the main characters from, you know, and, you know, say what you want about Sasuke. I'm not the hugest Sasuke fan, but he is comparable to Naruto, and Naruto I love. But listen, if you still want to read Boruto and do all that stuff, you know, all the power to you. I don't want to try and discourage people from doing this. I'm just trying to tell you my grievances with it. And why in the world are we trying to still play the Naruto is dumb card? Naruto is the Hokage. Of course he had to study for that and do all this kind of stuff. You don't just get there from being the strongest ninja. You know? The first Hokage was dumb, but he also had a lot of humility to him. He also had these redeeming qualities, and he also understood true justice. That's the same thing with Naruto. That's supposed to be his selling point. And yet you're just sitting here and telling me, like, oh, he can just overpower things because he's too used to Kurama? Get the fuck out of here. And then when they went to Shin Uchiha, and he took on the three... Well, I mean, Sakura included, because she is really strong. Yeah, he took on the best team, let's just say, you know, the original Team 7, and, like, almost beat them at some points. You know, not fully beat them, but it was like, come on, guys, quit watering down these characters. You know, this is a lesson to anybody that's ever going to do, like, a spin-off series after a really big series. Don't do it. Actually, that would be my main thing. Just don't fucking do it. Just let the mystery end, or do some spin-off series, like maybe like some filler stuff, like the OVA stuff. Like the end of Naruto Shippuden, there was some OVA stuff where it was like it was getting ready for Naruto and Hinata's wedding, and I was like, huh, that's cool. I mean, like, you know, we get a little bit of backstory with these people. I mean, at this point, I'm not super invested in Naruto anymore anyway. So I kind of let it pass for like a month or two, and then I just binge watched all the episodes and had a very good payoff with Naruto asking Iruka to be his father at his wedding. Really good stuff, and it really pains me, guys, to know that a series that I vouch for, I tell people constantly, hey, go watch Naruto. Now I have to add an asterisk to that. I have to add that little, hey, but don't watch Boruto. I'm done with this, guys. I'm done with them shitting on characters that I fucking love. I'm done with it. You can take it and shove it. For anybody watching this, if you guys still want to read and watch, you know, just be warned. You know, I don't think this is going to end. I think this is going to keep going. I think they're going to keep shitting on characters that we love. I know you would think like, oh yeah, if they just shit on Naruto and Sasuke, I mean, who else could they shit on? I'm guaranteeing you they're not stopping there. I just don't think they're going to stop there. And I apologize for making this video so heated, but I really had to get this out there. I really needed you guys to understand me. But, you know, if you're watching this and you've never watched Naruto before, like I would just tell you, watch Naruto up to Naruto Shippuden, watch the end of that, quit Boruto. Don't even watch the last scene of Naruto, the last movie, because that means Boruto will exist in your own universe in your head, and then you'll have to suffer through thinking, wait, what happened to Boruto? Don't do that. Boruto is dead to me, and so is this universe. That's all I gotta say. Don't forget, guys, to keep it casual.